If you enjoy this, consider following us on Spotify and hop onto our YouTube channel, The Bad Decision Show, and subscribe for more sound, but with video. Like our Facebook page to stay up to date with whatever we are up to.
What's up, everybody? This is Parker Rockenstein of the Rockenstein Show. Today's guest is going to be Hijas del Muerte. I got with me sitting down right now, I got Aradhana, I got Mob, and Sami-Jo Bones. How are we all doing today, ladies?
I'm dead, man. I'm
tired.
Dying.
Yes, I kind of got you guys in after one hell of a show last night.
Oh my god, yeah, dude.
did.
It was awesome. We just finished playing Respectable Street for the Litmus show, and there was a bunch of really cool acts.
Mm-hmm.
But oh my god, my body was not ready for that.
It wasn't ready
for that at all.
I wasn't ready.
Yeah.
So, off screen, we were talking about this. You guys kind of got beat up in the mosh pit, right?
Yeah, this is the second time I've been elbowed in the face.
Builds character.
It does build character. And I was like totally playing it off like it didn't hurt. I was like, oh no, dude, you're fine. I've hit my head way harder than that, and that's true. But it was, my head still hurts.
You're like, ow, ow. Was this before or after you went on stage?
This was after.
Yeah,
Lucky.
Yeah, thank God. Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Nothing like trying to play music on a concussion on the stage is 5 foot up in the air. Well, that's just not fun.
No.
So all in all, yesterday was a success, correct?
Yeah, I would say so. It was actually our first time playing as the trio without doing like a live stream aspect. It was actually like something like really, really cool, because a year ago, November 1st was like our first legit show at Respectable Street, and it was just the two of us, Aradhana and I. So it was kind of like a weird like circle around how we were able to play like our first, show as a trio right back at Respectable. So it was like
It's
a weird like
sort of like our first show again.
yeah,
all
it was
over
like
again.
our first show all over again, but with Mob, and it was like I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was pretty really
And-
like cool way to like kick off like the trio. all
The
over again.
relaunch.
Yeah, the relaunch.
Now, if you guys missed that first show, if you go to BandGuy333415 on YouTube, you can actually watch their full set on my YouTube page.
Oh my.
No, don't watch
I mean,
it.
it's
That's pirating!
Parker,
Oh wait, the first show?
Yeah,
Wait,
the
it's
first
just
ever
them
show.
very, very
Their
Delete
first
it.
ever show.
No.
Delete
It's
it.
great. It's great. It's
It's
just
amazing.
it's a little
So
cringy. The first song that we do is a little bit cringy. We modified it recently, but your cinematography is on point.
Oh, I'm
Yes.
We are grateful for you.
Can't say those words right now.
But like after you get through that first song, then it's like, yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, it's not as
But
bad, but
you can see the growth, definitely.
definitely, yeah.
Also, just want to butt in. This Rockenstein show is brought to you by masks and sanitizer. So remember to wear your mask and use a lot of sanitizer. All right, we're back in. So, so getting back on this, like yesterday, great show. You bust butt the first time you really go on live, play live with the full 3-piece right now. I want to know, how did it feel like to be back on stage with actual people in front of you guys?
Scary.
Scary?
Yeah, like my hand was shaking the entire time.
Oh, nervous.
Yeah, it's been a while.
How did it stay through the whole set, or was it just like just at the very beginning?
No,
and
I
then-
mean, like, I don't know. I'm an anxious person normally. Just sitting here, I'm just like, oh my god, I'm dying inside. But on stage, it's like amplified. So the whole time I'm there, I'm like, I'm shaking in my boots. But it's it's part of the
part
fun
of
of it.
Yeah. Thank God for most stages, it's dark in the front, so you can't really tell who's in front of you. And then most people I know, like one of the singers I know, she literally, my friend Sarah Scully, when she plays, she literally has her eyes closed the entire set.
time.
We
Yeah,
You
saw
can like
her.
wave at her.
We played
like-
with her. She's
played with her.
amazing.
Yeah.
Our
I know.
last show, we played with her.
Yeah, I played with her a few times. We recorded some stuff. So, yeah, she's a brilliant singer. Cannot wait to get her on the show one of these days. But I'm glad you guys had a fantastic first show out with a full 3-piece. Are we going to add any more style to the music?
Honestly, that's something that we definitely want to try, is implementing more of like a more Latin feel.
Hell yeah.
But also gradually getting into like a multicultural thing. So it's like we got more of like the Indian vibe from Aradhana, and then we've got like the Latin style from Mob and myself, and we're trying to combine that to where we're able to like get like this cool fusion of like we call it bruja punk.
I like that.
That's like the best way that we can like kind of describe it as bruja punk.
That's cool. That's dope. Last week I interviewed Reggie Meyer, and they're a Silent Meyer band, and they are all from Miami, so they're all pretty much
Yes, I love Silent Meyer.
like they're brilliant, and they kind of have that Latin feel in their music, and I liked it. Especially, you don't really see that much in America with like them mixing Latin styles and beats into like metal, and I like that. I like the fusion. I like the mixture because it just makes better music. I like music that make shake your hips or make you move or bob your head.
Yeah.
That's what I'm all about. I'm all about moving, bobbing, and aggressive music myself, and you guys are doing that, and I love what you guys are doing. I'm glad you guys are out on stage and getting to play in front of everybody, and hopefully 2021 is going to be better for all of us.
Hell yeah,
Hell
man.
yeah.
Definitely.
Are you guys going to take that vaccine?
Yeah, I'm an essential worker, so I have to.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing
Yeah.
it.
I'm in nursing school, so it's probably a given.
Yeah.
Yeah, and how about you?
I work in the music industry, so that's a
With the public.
hard maybe.
Yeah, I mean,
Hopefully.
but if they tell you like, hey, you take this so we go back on tour, you're going to take that
Oh
shot.
yeah, hell yeah, hell
No,
yeah.
take that shot.
I'm gonna take the shot, and then we're all just gonna become mutants.
Hell yeah. Hopefully I get Wolverine's powers myself.
Yeah, same.
Oh, man. So I'm glad you guys all kicked ass. We had a great night yesterday. So let's get into this interview right now, all right?
Hell yeah.
I'm going to ask you guys, since you guys are, do you guys have any spiritual aspect into your guys' music?
In the beginning we did, but we kind of want to keep it to where it's like perception. So whatever anybody wants to perceive from us, like if they think that we're kind of like a spiritual band, not necessarily. We like to I don't know how can I put this. We don't want to give off that we're like a super spiritual band. We kind of want to like keep it fun, keep it
About the music.
it about the music solely. Yeah.
And how about you, Aradhana? What do you think?
I think that any kind of music is a spiritual act, really. Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? Okay. Like playing music, singing, all of it is a spiritual act. It's being connected, and like it connects you to an audience, to yourself. It creates a vibration and energy. I kind of just feel like, I don't know how to put it, like in a specific spiritual context. Sorry. I keep turning away from the mic. But yeah, I see it as spiritual in itself. It doesn't need to have like a label to it.
All right. And how about you, Mom?
I mean, coming from like the name of the band, I joined like in August, so the name was there before I joined. I felt like it was going to be somewhat of an experience to be a part of it, It definitely, it feels a certain way for me when we're playing together. Like I don't know, like it's bigger than us.
That's good. That's what I like to hear. That's a good answer from all of you ladies right now. Now, another question I want to get into, was it your guys' plan to be an all-female lady band?
You can take that one around.
Yeah, I'll take that one. And our previous band, that was the kind of vision that we had.
The band we do not speak of?
The band that no hard feelings. No hard feelings. Things happen the way they're supposed to happen. But, like, we kind of wanted to keep that vision going of, like, female empowerment and, like, kind of having, like, empowering each other. I don't know how to put it exactly, but, like...
Yeah.
Like, we were all kind of marginalized in the last bands we were in,
Yeah.
And
not even just bands, like friendships. Like, I lost a friend. I mean, she didn't die. But I took her out of my life.
Yeah.
It was,
You took her out.
took her out her whole family. No,
Oh,
I'm
man.
kidding. Like it's sometimes you just don't get along with people and whatever. And I don't know. With them, I feel like I can be myself.
Yeah.
So it feels empowering. It feels like I'm a person again.
And we actively work to kind of make sure that everybody has a voice in this.
Yeah.
And a creative outlet.
Now, do do anybody underestimate you ladies? Since you guys
Yes.
are an all-female band.
Yes. Let me say a lot of yes. Unfortunately, sometimes that's the case where they'll look at us and they'll say, "Oh, you guys are hot," but that's about it. They won't necessarily look into our I guess our musicmanship, or I think
Musicianship.
musicianship. There you go. Thank
The
you.
ship full of musicians.
You know what I mean? Because it's like with the three of us, we're all actively like I can see it happening where all three of us have gotten a lot more experience in growing in our styles and of music. We've actually grown from like playing like, you know, kind of like a basic style in the beginning, Aradhana and I, because we necessarily weren't how can I put this? We weren't playing different styles. It was more of like a 4/4 kind of beat, like very like traditional punk style. And I shouldn't say it was basic.
Yeah, I was gonna say no. You guys, it's not basic at all.
Yeah, it like in the beginning it was kind of we were comfortable with what we were playing with. We were just like very, very comfortable. And now, you know, with Mob, we've actually gotten to like grow our music, and we're actually like getting into different styles, you know, like we said that we're playing like the Latin style beats, and then
And not only that, but harder stuff. I know that
Yeah.
Aradhana has some stuff in the works that's a little
That's good.
Yeah,
harder.
I
I'm
like
planning on doing some drop tuning
Oh,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
and going into heavier
yeah.
ranges.
I like that. I like that answer. Like, I play in two bands with my singers are both female, and one of our bands, I love them to death. It's one of my favorite one. But our drummer kind of feels like, oh, we're doing this because you're hot. Like, I told him like, dude, I don't care if she's hot. Like, if she couldn't do what she can do, I wouldn't want her to be in the band. Like, you got to be able to play your instrument, be able to do what you want to do to be in the band. I'm not here to just stick up you and put you as like a sex symbol. If you can't play, if you can't hang with us, you're not going to be on the stage. You're not going to be playing with us. If you can't
Yeah.
play the music, you're not going to play with it. But luckily, the two ladies I have playing that I'm playing with are doing fantastic jobs, and they're very very
super
strong.
talented.
They have a
Super
strong
talented.
personality.
Super talented, yeah.
They don't give a fuck. They will fucking show you that they're all about fucking the music, not about their looks.
Yeah.
Straight up. And that's what I like about it, because a lot of people like to first like undersell female musicians. They think it's just a stick. I also think like a lot of bookers try to not pay us because we got a female. It's easier to like not pay us. I found that recently, like, you have to be really hard on the bookers to get us to pay.
Yeah, I mean,
Because
it's a thing.
they don't think you, like, half the time, like, you're doing this for free. Like, no, I'm driving 4 hours to the West Coast. We're going to get paid for this, or you're
Yeah.
going to find another band. Like, we're not doing this because we just, we're doing this for the music, but we got to respect our craft. You got to pay us
Definitely.
for this. You don't ask a bar to, like, hey, let me just order a drink from you. I'm not going to pay you, but I'll tweet you on my Facebook for exposure.
Exposure,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So
What the fuck is that?
For us, luckily, you know, like knock on wood, we haven't had that experience where we got paid in exposure, or you know the promoters that we've worked with.
I mean, we have definitely dealt with that.
We have dealt with that in the beginning.
We learned the hard way.
We learned the hard way for sure. But with this band, we've realized like we can't take shit from certain people, and we put our foot down, especially when it comes to like certain gigs as well. And ever since, you know, the experiences that we've had, like from the early beginnings, we've actually been able to like have like a steady flow of, you know, promoters being able to work with us and actually like respecting our craft. And it's you know, I'm very, very, very grateful for that, because they're looking at us and they're respecting us, and they're seeing that we're like serious musicians, and that we're not the type of people that, you know, are just like, hey, we're you know, a band that, you know, we're a jam band, or we're a band that, you know, you shouldn't take seriously, you know, which I think is really great, is that, you know, like I said, people are taking us seriously, and they're seeing how hard that we're working. and that just like it boosts more of like a morale for all three of us, I think. You know, I don't want to speak for all of us, but for me personally, you know, I think it boosts morale for us, you know, and it gives us more of like the drive to keep focusing and honing in more on our craft.
That's good. So basically, would you like to basically see like the gender just strip away? Just not to see a female band, just a band.
Yeah, a band.
Yeah, a band.
I would prefer that. I
Yeah.
mean, long story short, I threw a show at a bar, and this is before I was even with Hijas. It was like the one time my boyfriend goes to that show that I promoted and worked my ass off for. All of the men in all of the bands were like, "Hey man, good job," and my boyfriend's like, "I'm just standing here. I have no idea," and like it was all her.
Yeah.
And they just look at me and
They
walk
automatically
away.
assume.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah.
like, dude, you guys know me on Facebook. Like, hello.
You saw me promoting this shit.
Yeah, exactly.
What the hell?
Yeah, so I'm glad that you guys are trying to break that stereotype, break the mold, make sure it's the music first. It's not about your gender, what's in your pants. It's about what you produce and put out for the masses. Because, quite frankly, you could be hot and all, but or any of that stuff, but if you can't play, no one's going to listen to you.
Yeah.
Heyo, Voice of God here. If you like this, consider following us on Spotify and going over to our YouTube page, The Bad Decision Show, and subscribing. And if you would like to hear more and see what these girls are up to, follow at HDLM Official on Instagram and what is it, girls?
Hijas de la Muerte.
Hijas de la Muerte on Facebook. And now back to the show.
Now, ladies, take me through that writing process right now. How do we all write right now? Has it changed from when you guys started to how you are now? Obviously, I mean, you got Mob in the band now, but let me know what that writing process is all about.
It depends. Sometimes, like, I've had Sammy come to me with a concept that she wanted to do for lyrics that she wrote out. What I would do is ask her a song that's, like, kind of an example of what she's thinking of, what she's going for. And then, like, I'll write a piece based on that. And Sunflowers and Cyanides was, she wrote the lyrics to that, and I composed that. But most of the time, I come up with something musically, and then the lyrics come later. Or we jam out.
Yeah.
We jammed out.
That's
and
my
came
favorite
up-
version.
Yeah. One of our newer songs that we're working on now, we just jammed out, and it was really cool.
We're still in the process, so
Yeah.
a couple things.
How much music you guys got going on right now, like track-wise?
I think we have like 4 pending songs that
4 pending?
are working.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just finished the recording process with Missy from Obsidian. Awesome. And they're amazing. They're our sibling band, so we try to help each other out a lot as much as possible. And they actually released their EP, so definitely go check that out. But they have been helping us with recording, and so right now we're in the mixing and mastering process. And so we're projecting that to be released in, I want to say like spring of 2021 or close to summer 2021.
Nice. Do you guys also have merch, shirts, stickers?
We do.
Yeah.
Maud actually, she was the homie, and she was able to get into contact with the tattoo artist.
Yes. Kumo Tattoo. She's pretty awesome. She was able to do our logo in like less than a week.
Awesome. I love that.
Yeah.
Now, where would we be able to find the merch? Like
Threadless.
Dreadless? How do you Dreadless.com?
I'm pretty sure it's HDLM official.
Yeah.
Threadless.com. I would have to check.
All right, definitely. We'll have it definitely links below in the
Hell yeah.
podcast. So definitely. Here's a question that might be a little different. When you look at your band, what do you see? What are your goals as a group? Like taking an outside perspective of your band, what do you see?
I see us as as an outsider's perspective. If I'm looking like third person, right? Yeah, third person. Because I've gotten this from a few people. Kind of like a heavily Misfits inspired band. I shouldn't say very campy horror, but it's almost campy horror. It's something that that you can kind of see with like, you know, certain bands like
MRSA.
MRSA. You can see it with I don't want to say Guar, but you've got Guar, you've got Ghost, you've got
Very theatric.
very theatrical, and that's something that me personally, I'm like a huge fan of theatrics and stage presence and kind of having like a storyline. I'm all about aesthetics, so seeing us with the half painted faces, and if there's any specific themed events that we're doing, we like to kind of like base our looks off of those themes. Like last night, we decided to go as the Siths. There we go. Yes.
It's Star Wars, right?
Yeah.
So I was Kylo Ren. Mob was Darth Vader, and Aradhana was Darth Maul.
We tried.
We tried in our own style, in our own DIY style. But I think honestly, I see us as a aesthetic inspired band. That's kind of got like the what I like to say the Quentin Tarantino vibes.
Nice. So when this gets bigger, when you guys inevitably get bigger and become rock stars, are you guys going to have like huge set pieces?
Oh, hell yes.
Are we going to be like Spinal Tap with it?
I want pyrotechnics.
You want pyrotechnics? You want all the fire.
I want the LED light panels.
Yes, I love it.
No strobe lights though. I don't want to.
strobes.
Oh my God, I hate strobe lights with a passion.
I mean, not that way. That is not the way I want to go out.
Dude, for a fact, I hate strobes. Like
Same.
on
Yeah,
stage, it really screws with me.
It really does.
I'll
It's
take
awful.
red light all day.
Yeah.
Red light all
Same.
day. Smoke. But that strobe, I feel like I'm gonna have a seizure on stage one day.
Yeah, it's scary.
Especially when you're like way up on the stage. Like I do not want to fall. I've seen those videos
Not
where
only that, but it's like you're already like in your zone and your heart is racing, and it's just like, oh, also I might die.
Yes, it's like an added element of death.
Yeah.
Now, getting back to like the writing process. Now, one thing I wanted to ask you guys. All right, so you have a theme. All these songs, do they tie together like in a story?
Not quite. Eventually, we have a concept where, I can't speak for anybody else, but what I would like to see personally is, our music videos having a storyline, and the music kind of speaks for itself. So I would say, sort of, kind of.
All right, that's cool.
Yeah.
I played with a band a couple of years ago called September Morning, and they all dressed up thematically. They all had a theme. Like the singer looked like she was wrapped up in like a mummy wrap.
Oh, that's dope.
And they had a comic book and a video with their music.
Awesome.
So after, in between every song, there's like a little video playing with the actual comic book animated and all this stuff. It was pretty cool.
That is amazing.
That I like that stuff. I like that theatrics. I like
Same.
that type
Like
of
one of my
stuff.
favorite bands is the Proto Men.
Yeah.
So-
Yep.
Yeah, like Coheed and Cambria, too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, Coheed, man. Don't get me started on Coheed. I've seen them about 5 times. I love them.
Same. We've probably been at every show together.
Yeah, probably. Now, ladies, I got to ask Aradhana, Mob, Sammy, what has been your favorite part of 2020?
Getting Mob and recruiting her into our mini cult.
Yeah, right.
No, honestly, I would say like being able to actually, find the connection with Mob musically, rhythmically, and also like, in a friendship way as well. I think that has been like my favorite part of 2020, to be completely honest with you guys. It's just been pretty awesome to be honest with you, because like we've all been through some hardships, especially through 2020. Like a lot of people have been really going through it,
Yeah.
And to be honest, like if it wasn't for Mob joining us in 2020, then I don't know what would have happened.
We got a sisterhood going on right now.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, that's probably my favorite part too. I feel like my days are all blurred.
Yeah.
Having to work from home, having to do everything from home, even school from home. So it's like the one time of the week that I get to fucking leave my house and like have fun with my friends is during band practice.
Oh man, that's like, it's very cathartic. It feels
It is.
very
It's
good.
nice. I mean, and even on the days where it's like everything goes wrong, because you have those band practice days where it's like amazing, and then other days where you're like, like I cried in front of them for the first time.
Yeah,
Aw.
the
But it
less
was like,
practice.
yeah.
It was a happy cry.
No, and it is what it is, you know. This is something that we're very passionate about. And I think finding them and being able to express myself with them is probably my favorite part of 2020.
All right, and how about you, Aradhana?
I'm gonna cry. It's so beautiful.
There's no crying in podcast.
It's so beautiful, and it's the same answer when Mob joined the group. That was the highlight of this, and I would say playing all together on stage last night with a full band with our
To give you the
amazing bass
tingles.
player.
You're like, ha.
Yeah, even though I was an anxious mess, it was incredible. Like, it was just, I was so grateful for that experience.
Wow.
Having, like, you know, somebody solid in our band that's a part of our family.
So 2020, not that bad. Not
Not
that bad. Yeah, that's good.
I mean, it was a fucking shithole.
It's fucking
Oh my
shithole.
God, I could go into it.
Yeah.
All the missed shows that I missed this year. Like, I was supposed to see, like, Korn and Breaking Benjamin. I was super excited for that. I was
Yeah.
Slipknot,
I
see
was
all
gonna
the
say
metal show.
Slipknot.
Slipknot too. And then I know everybody shits on them, but I love Disturbed. And I was going
Love
to take my
Disturbed.
sister
Love
to
'em.
see it.
Yeah.
It was going to be her first rock concert. Ooh, ah, ah, ah.
Now, one of my favorite songs that you guys cover, and I know it's a Spanish song. It's actually one of my favorite Spanish songs. Is La Llorona.
Yeah.
Oh, it's brilliant. I showed all my friends like a version of what you guys did. They love it. They think
Hell
it's
yeah.
fantastic. And I didn't know this, but apparently my friend Anna, she's from Colombia. They apparently that song's lyrics are interchangeable. Like some cultures who record that song, they actually just switch the lyrics around to how they see fit. I didn't know that it's a song you can actually just, all right, we're gonna start from the third verse instead of the first verse and all that stuff. It's like I did not know that that they did that. It's sort of like a folk song, right?
Yeah.
Basically, yes. That's what it is.
But I love that song, man. You guys do a great thing. And are you guys planning on making more Spanish music too?
We actually, last night, we covered one of my favorite Spanish songs from the Mars Volta.
Oh, shit.
Así los Magdalena.
Oh, Mars Volta. That's
Fire.
some music.
They're Puerto Rican, I think.
Ooh.
So, and I brought this to them, and this is something I've been wanting to cover for years. And the fact that they were like, yeah, fuck it, let's do it. It was like,
Oh, yeah.
you know,
Hell
it meant
yeah.
a lot. Because it's such a beautiful song, and it's so, like, dark and sad, and, like...
You guys like broody music.
Yes.
I mean, I'm a brooding kind of person. I love sad indie bitch shit. Like.
Now, were you guys, I got to ask you this, were you ladies all about Charm or were you guys all about, like, Angel?
Oh.
Or Buffy?
Oh,
Or Wicked?
I actually never saw that show.
What?
I'm more of an anime person.
All right.
Yeah.
The shirt.
Yeah, I'm literally
The
in
shirt.
cat ears and a Ghibli shirt. Like,
What's your favorite anime?
Oh, Tenchi Muyo, Outlaw Star, Cowboy Bebop, and Eva.
Love.
Yeah.
No.
Love
See,
with a passion.
What's funny is that
Cowboy.
the reason why like we get along so well is because we both share like a very huge love
For anime.
Anime.
And then the funny thing is, like, Aradhana loves Star Trek. And I fucking love Star Trek.
love
So it's like
Star
I
Trek.
have like a bond with both of them, and it's
Grew up
so
watching
like
Star Trek.
nerdy. Yeah.
Yeah.
You ever do a song in like, what's his name?
Klingon?
No, that'd be hilarious. Klingon or Captain Kirk be singing a song like this. Will you like to sing a
Todos
song?
me dicen.
Now, when it comes to like anime, my favorite actually is I love Cowboy Bebop with a passion.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited to see the live action they're going to be doing. I'm just see what that's all about. I also love Elfen Lied because that's just a really
yo.
screwed up
Let me tell
anime.
you.
That's a classic, though. I like all the classics.
Yeah. Oh,
Bubblegum Crisis, all
Ooh.
that stuff. Like my cousins, my siblings are all like 50, so they grew
like Vampire D and all that stuff.
yeah. They gave me all that shit when I was little.
Yeah, and what's actually pretty cool though is that Mob, since she likes more of like the classic stuff, I watch like all the new recent stuff.
Yeah, I'm getting into My Hero because of Sammy.
Yeah, My Hero Academia is fire. And then also the Ancient Magus Bride, Fate Zero. I think that's the anime. If anime weebs, please don't get mad at me for that one. I also really like Angel Beats. Yeah,
That made me cry.
it made me cry too, man. It was so beautiful. And then also Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh yeah.
Attack on Titan. Obviously I grew up watching One Piece, Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Jack.
Samurai Jack, come on.
Bobobo.
Bless you.
But I grew up watching that, and also Naruto too. And when I found out that Mob watched Naruto, we both have a mutual hate for Sasuke.
Yeah, fuck Sasuke. I mean, I'm so mad. I hate Sasuke. My friends love me.
Sasuke.
Like, I love all the old anime, like Vampire D, Cowboy Bebop, like you said. One of the new ones I've gotten into, it's kind of new. Zombie High School.
Yes. Oh my god.
That was like,
dude.
what the hell?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh man, that you gotta watch it.
Yeah, it's good. And there's this one anime that they're trying to make into a movie that had what's his name from Titanic who died?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
Leonardo DiCaprio. He's supposed to be in this one famous anime that they're trying to make into a movie where his character at the end just like gets bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and just like explodes.
Oh my god.
And it's supposed to be the year, like, it takes place during 2020, during the Tokyo Olympics.
Is that going to happen on the 31st?
Oh, I know.
Leonardo DiCaprio's going to turn into like
I
the
know. I
soft
can't think of the name, but it's
Marshmallow.
yeah. Oh, I can't think of the name, but there's a really cool bikes in it, like motorcycles. They're like hover bikes almost.
Oh, Akira?
No.
Akira? I hate
Akira.
I'll
That's
probably get
it.
like points knocked off, but I hated Akira. If someone's listening, like, fuck her.
But Ghost in the Shell is pretty dope.
Hope you're enjoying this interview of Yeehaw Junction. If you like this, consider following us on Spotify and going over to your YouTube channel and subscribing and liking us on Facebook. Next week's guest is Dominic Delaney of Dominic Delaney. So look forward to that. It's going to be a great interview. And now back to the Daughters of Spooky Scary Skeletons.
Yes, Muerte, I gotta ask you guys this. LPs, EPs, albums, or singles? What are we all into? And first, I'm gonna ask Sammy.
Yeah. So for me personally, I think EPs and LPs are the way to go, especially like if you're an up-and-coming band, because you can spend so much time, so much money on an album, and you can like promote the hell out of it. But if you're still like an up-and-coming band, then it's kind of I shouldn't say pointless, but I think like the smart route for a band that's up and coming personally, from my point of view, is like I said, do an EP and do an LP, because everybody, I shouldn't say everybody, but in today's age, some videos and, certain things, in social media are like 15, 30 seconds long. And the way that, social media has gotten people's attention spans is like, okay, what's next? Okay, what's next? Okay, what's next? So for me personally, I think, like I said, that's the best route, especially, for an up-and-coming band, because then you're able to, like, bust out new material. You can even, like, go different directions with the genres, the themes, it's never, it can always be, like, the next best thing, it can always be, something different, something new, something, that's, like, with an album, you kind of have to stick to, the 7 songs and whatnot, and, like I said, you can promote the hell out of it. But not everybody, would want to listen to a full-length album, especially if it's like 4 minutes long, 5 minutes long per song. But that's just my take on it.
I feel like
People
we're still
have
hearing
ADD.
the Tool album.
Yeah, the Tool album, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
I'm still hearing it right now.
Listening to Tool
I'm
this
just
morning.
I'm gonna say this. They're not my favorite style of music
I
right there.
fucking love Tool, but
They
their last
put me
album
to
was...
sleep.
Yeah.
They put me to sleep. They know how to build up a song. They just, to me, don't know how to finish the song.
Like I said, I'm still listening to their last album as we speak right now. It's still playing throughout all of 2020.
Now, Aradhana, do you feel the same way as Sammy is?
Yeah, I'm on board with that.
Yeah, no.
New bands, yeah.
For new bands, me personally, like, when it comes to my music taste, I'm super huge on playlists. And not Spotify. I don't like Spotify. I feel like an old lady. I'm just like, what am I doing here? So I use YouTube playlists a lot.
I have that.
So,
I have that, and
I like it when bands come up with like really good singles because I don't know, like my music taste and my attention span is everywhere. So
You got that Vine 6-second attention span.
oh, I'm a goldfish.
Oh, that's nice.
Nice meeting you.
Dory.
I found out real quick that an album, to be considered an album, has to be, I think, 6 tracks or 30 minutes long.
Yeah, it has to either 6 tracks to 7 tracks.
Yeah.
An EP is like 4 to 5 songs. LP is like 2 songs. And then obviously a single is a single.
Yeah. I feel like, to me personally, I think a single is the way to go for right now. Like, you throw out a bunch of singles, so they like it, and they start buying it, and that's when you can start making EPs, LPs, and albums after that. But you said you're about the same way, Rhonda?
Yeah. I'm on board with
Good,
it.
that's good.
Yeah, she's got a degree in music business, so
Yeah.
it's a good mode to follow. Definitely.
All right, now I gotta ask you guys this, ladies. What do you think musicians take for granted?
The fact that people are actually willing to listen.
Yeah.
If you have a platform, you know, you have to be, I wouldn't say censor yourself, but you have to be aware of how you're coming off, you know. And especially now, it's not that everybody's sensitive. I mean, I would, a lot of things are coming to light that haven't been, like, in the forefront. But it's good, you know, and then we're kind of learning from each other. So I feel like musicians, a lot of the time, they take for granted that they have a platform and people are actually willing to listen. And there's a lot of people that want to be heard, and they're still super marginalized even in their day-to-day lives.
Yeah.
So if you could, like, I don't know, if you have a platform, use it. If people are willing to listen to your music, feel grateful. Because there's a lot of people that are also divas.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's like, oh, yeah, I have like 1,000 likes on Facebook.
Like, Rodden is definitely the diva of the band, right?
Not at all. Not at all. I feel like that's why I'm very blessed to be in this band. I feel like none of us have that kind of personality. Like, if something's wrong, I'm going to tell you what's wrong. I'm not going to fucking make a big deal about it.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I tell you what, you want to have a laugh, just look up band writers on some famous bands, and they're hilarious.
Oh, yeah.
Like Mariah Carey, she at one point needed a box of white kittens at every stop.
Let me...
Like a bunch of white kittens. We had Jessica Simpson refuse to play at our show unless she had black lights in her room. She needed black lights in the dressing room. And then Backstreet Boys would kick out anybody working who would just even look back at them as they're practicing their choreography for their show.
That's silly.
Yeah, so there's some interesting ass
like,
writers.
Metallica had the one, I think, about the M&Ms. Like, they
Brown
only
M&Ms.
Yeah, but they did it because
they wanted to mess up their room.
And not only that, they also just wanted to make
everything.
sure someone read their contract.
Yeah. There's certain, like, I used to work for AEG Presents, pre-COVID days. So I would read a lot of different writers. And a lot of the times, the reason why that they would put, those crazy, requests on there is because, like Mob said, they just want to make sure that everyone, has clearly read the writers and has made sure, that they're able to get the stuff that they need. And I wouldn't say because, they're divas or anything like that. With certain musicians, probably.
Like Mariah Carey, I love her.
But it's also because, from my point of view, I think it's more so like the respect aspect of it. Like they've worked very hard and they've worked very, very tirelessly to where, they should be able to get the stuff that they want, or the stuff that they require, because they're putting in a lot of work to it.
As long as you're not being an asshole.
Yeah.
Sorry, you just heard God mess up the interview right there for a second.
God is always messing up.
But it's all good. It's all good.
It's all
Why
good.
am I here?
But that's good, man. I like that. Let's just segue into another question. What are some outside influences?
Oh.
Yeah, it's Bjork for me.
Misfits.
Misfits. I mean, really.
Tarantino, I think, is a thing.
Like you could it doesn't have to be music. It could be like books, TV, movies,
Even
dogs, animals. I don't care.
I'm probably gonna get hated for this, and I'm so sorry. I have yet to watch it, but Kill Bill.
Yeah. So
we're gonna watch
Aradhana and
that
I
together.
are we're kidnapping you.
Yeah.
And we're watching. We're gonna
That
put you
siren
in the
sound just
trunk.
comes up.
Put me in the trunk. Let's go watch it. But yeah, I would say like a lot of Quentin Tarantino films. Some campy horror films as well. Pulp Fiction for sure. And I would say like From Dusk Till Dawn, Once Upon a Time in Mexico. I want to say like this band that I'm like heavily influenced by as well. They're called Chingon. And he has like a couple of artists that he plays with called I lost my track of thought.
Goldfish moment.
Fuck.
Hi, nice meeting you.
Squirrel.
Hello, hi. Chingon, they play a lot of movie soundtracks, and they played in Kill Bill, I want to say, and also Once Upon a Time in Mexico, From Dusk Till Dawn, and a few other places. But Chingon is like one of the artists or bands that I like super, super, super am obsessed with.
Aradhana?
I've been listening to, I've been like drawing inspiration a lot from Trent Reznor.
Ooh,
Nine Inch
Atticus
Nails,
Ross.
like just thinking about incorporating.
Neen. Neen. I love them. They're one of my favorite bands. Trent.
Nine. From Nine.
Neen. Atticus Ross. Have you listened to them?
No.
That is him and his wife's music. Ah, it's so good.
Yeah, like the dark industrial is what I've been kind of like goth vibe.
Yeah, he actually writes a lot of like scores. Like he did the 300 score.
Ooh,
Okay.
fuck
Oh
yeah.
wow. Yeah.
So that's good. That's good outside influences and all that. I want to ask you this question because I know this is not other states can't say this. What is it like? Not only being a Florida musician, but a South Florida musician, because we got a lot of state to cover.
Yeah. Fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm in Miami. I'm in a totally different country.
Yeah.
So Miami is not the rest of Florida.
I don't think like other musicians in other states are like, oh yeah, we can go do shows in like 4 different states and get there in like 2 or 3 hours. It took us 8 hours to get out of Florida, guys.
Yeah, honestly. The thing is that Mob, she lives in Hialeah, and Aradhana and I, we live in West Palm. So with band practice, Mob has to drive like an hour to come and practice with us. And we're like, fuck, man, that's like dedication. Like that.
Really?
It's seriously
grateful for
like
that.
super fucking grateful, that she takes the time out, and she just is so dedicated to this project.
Yeah.
But we were thinking, I was thinking about it, and if we ever go on tour, we're the first thing that we want to do is start off down south and then work our way back up
To the Florida tour,
to Florida, because it'll be a lot easier for Mob, in a sense of just being able to be like, hey, this is us paying you back for all the time that you have to drive to band practice. But yeah, I mean that's my take on it.
South Florida. Not only Florida, South Florida. Sorry, guys. Being from Maryland, I have to say that like I have been both positively and negatively like astounded by the state. Like the music scene, I was like, I've never seen anything like this in Maryland. Like a local music scene that's so like interactive and so like the networking is so strong. Like there's a music scene in Maryland definitely, but like yeah, it's wild here. It's wild.
Yeah. It's fun. It's a fun scene.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it is, but it is such a long ass state, and people get mad why we don't get a lot of shows to come all the way down here because like, bitch, it's far.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's far.
It's far. So you know how much
expensive.
gas it is.
I mean, yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah,
but
that's my experience with it anyway.
what's your proudest moment so far of being in this band?
I would say when we had the opportunity to play in the live stream for Punk Black. I
Dope.
would say that so far has been like one of the
Which
crazier moments.
They invited us back.
Oh, that's awesome.
So I'm really excited about that. I think that would be one of mine too, as well as live apparatus. To me, that was really fun.
Yeah. And what's cool too is that Mob was the one that got us on Punk Black, so we're like super, super grateful. Well, I can't speak for Aradhana, but I think like personally, like that was just like the craziest moment for me was when Mob said, hey, guess what? You guys want to play Punk Black? And we were like, fuck it, yeah, let's do it. And we didn't realize how much of a great turnout that became, and that actually like really helped us out a lot. And the fact that they want us back is just like mind-blowing.
Yeah.
It's very, very humbling, and very, you know, it gives me the motivation in order to make this, you know, really, really, you know, become like my priority, and to make this one of those things where it's like I don't ever want to give up on this project, because I can see that, you know, with all the hard work that we're putting in, you know, there's that, I shouldn't say reward, but you can tell, you know, when the hard work pays off, you know, and people are
Paying attention.
And, paying attention and acknowledging it.
Oh, that's fantastic. And that goes for you and Mop.
Yesterday was the big moment for me, because it was like kind of like we came full circle, and like the band has come into fruition, because we have Mob as an addition, and she's a singer too, and she got to sing, so we're all three of us are singing, and it was just kind of like returning to the original point.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now we're coming down to the nitty gritty, the final minutes of this. I gotta ask you guys, how's that EP coming along?
Pretty good actually. We're, like I said, we're getting into the mixing and mastering. There's like a few re-recordings that we're kind of looking to get into. But honestly, I feel like this EP is gonna definitely showcase a good intro to how we sound. We're still trying to, you know, solidify our sound, I think, with adding in, you know, more of like that Latin feel, and then introducing the Indian feel as well. So
Heavier.
yeah, and definitely trying to get more heavier with the styles of like punk, and then also with a little bit of like that metal style as well.
Metal influence.
Yeah, with the metal influences. So I think, you know, this is a good way to introduce ourselves, basically.
I'm excited for this, man. I cannot wait.
Hell yeah.
And where do you think this will be released? Will it be released everywhere?
Yeah, so we use a channel distribution. We're trying to actually switch over. Currently we use DistroKid, but we're trying to look into like symphonic distribution or TuneCore, trying to get, you know, royalties, you know, getting signed to either CSAC, BMI,
Fantastic.
ASCAP too, yeah, and trying to see if we can go ahead and get signed on with that, and getting into like the legalities of the band as well. So that's something that we're also working on as well.
And have you trademarked your guy's name yet and all that good stuff?
That's part of the legalities
Yeah,
that we're looking into right now.
All right, we were at the very end of this interview, and the last question I would like to ask is, what do you think about the Hex Girls?
Take it away, Aradhana. Go for it.
That's all you, Aradhana.
We all have dyed hair.
Yeah,
I guess.
I would say for us, it's more so. I wouldn't necessarily say we're like the Hex Girls. I would say it's become more of like the Powerpuff Girls.
Hell yeah. You look at it, if you actually look at the Hex Girls, I think I know who they compared that band to. Kitty.
Yeah.
I think if you look at Kitty and if you look at the Hex Girls, they're pretty much the same. They look the same. I got to actually play Slave of Metal about 11 years ago, and their bassist was the host for the show, and I'm like, I looked at him like, you look like one of the Hex Girls.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but I gotta say, it was a fantastic interview with you guys. Cannot wait for the music to come out. Cannot wait for 2021 for we'll all be able to play shows and have fun.
Hell yeah.
Definitely cannot wait to see you all up on stage again. And give us one more time, where can we find you guys?
You can find us on pretty much any and every social media platform. You can find us at HDLM Official on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. Yeah, we got a TikTok. You can find us on YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music.
You name it.
All of the above at Hijas de la Muerte. And that again is Hijas de la Muerte and or HDLM Official.
All right, fantastic. Again, ladies, it was a pleasure talking to y'all. Can't wait to do this again down the road. And everybody out there, this is the Rockenstein Show. I'd like to say thank you to Glenn Rockenstein, the producer, and Whiskey Brother Records for making this possible. Next week, we're going to be interviewing
Dominic Delaney.
And stay tuned. Till next time. Peace.
One final shilling from the voice of God himself. If you like this, follow us on Spotify, go over to your YouTube channel, and subscribe and find us on Facebook. And actually, stay tuned for their album coming out in February. There you go. You have a hard deadline, girls.
Oh man, I hope so.
No pressure.
No pressure. No pressure.
We totally got this. It's only fine tuning a few things.